Bonjour, hello, hiya, how you doing? My name is Chris. There we go. I have to write it down really large because sometimes I forget my own name. Hello, roaming schoolhouse. How you doing? I've got a little video for you about what I do in this big wide world of ours. I am called Chris White and I write books, okay? I write and illustrate books like this one here. This is called Boo! And this one here, Woof Woof the Cat. And this one here, the A to Z of completely made up dinosaurs. And I'm here to tell you, I thought I'd talk to you about how I got my first ever book published, which was called Bitey the Veggie Vampire. Can you see it there? It's a little bit shiny. There we go. Bitey the Veggie Vampire. How did I get that published? How did I start to be an author and a poet and an illustrator? Well, I'm glad you asked, except you didn't. But I'm going to tell you anyway. Hang on a second. Cheers. Well, back when I first started, we're talking years and years and years and years ago when things were in black and white, I used to work in a shop because I really wanted to write for a living. I wanted to draw pictures, but it's not an easy thing to do, so I had to go and get a proper job, which, between you and me, don't tell anyone, it was a bit boring. I was bored, but I had to do it. You got to pay the rent, you got to eat food, haven't you? So I was in this job. It was selling greetings cards, you know, cards that say happy birthday and Merry Christmas and all that kind of thing. So I was standing behind a counter all day selling cards. But what I used to do to try and keep my noggin wheeled, my imagination still going, I used to stand there and write little poems and draw funny little pictures. You know the bags that they put cards in, you know, when you're going to buy a card and they pop it in a paper bag? I used to use those, and I used to get my pen and just kind of scribble on the back of the paper bags and the bits of paper. So one day let me just find a piece of paper here. One day I was stood behind the counter and I was drawing one of these. Let me very quickly show you. I had the eyes like this. Okay, and then I had his nose like this and a round circle like this for the end of his nose. Then I had some ears, kind of like that. All his tongue came out like this. You know what it is. It's a dog. It's a dog. So I was drawing away this dog very nicely. I was thinking, oh, maybe I can write a little poem about a dog. Oh, there's his tail there. Look, kind of wagging away. And then when I got to his legs, all right, I drew one like that. And then guess what happened? The manager of the shop, the boss man, came in to the place where I was selling the cards. And he said, "Oh, Christopher, what are you doing?" And I was like, nothing, and kind of put my pen away. And said, "Oh, good morning, sir. How are you? Nice to see you, nice to see you." Then he went. And I went back to my picture of the dog, when it was safe, when he had gone, and I thought, oh, he's only got one leg. So do you know what I did? I left him like that. I ended up drawing a dog with just one leg, which you might think is pretty strange, and you would be correct. But what happened after that was this. I looked at this dog with one leg and I thought, oh, maybe I could write a little poem about it. So I wrote this poem. Let me see if I can remember it for you. My dog has only got one leg. Apart from that, he's fine. He can lick like other dogs and bark and growl and whine. And if you scratch his tummy, his tail will start to wag. You just can't take him for a walk. You have to take him for a drag. Yeah, it's not the best poem in the world, but that was the one that I wrote. And guess what happened after that? I'm going to tell you really quickly because we've got to wrap this up. I sent this poem away on the back of this paper bag, along with a few others, scraps of paper I just scribbled on. And I sent it to a book publisher, and guess what happened? They opened up the envelope, all the poems in the paper bags and the bits of paper fell out onto their desk, and the first one they picked up was my little poem about this one-legged dog. And they thought, ooh, that's quite good. So then they got in touch with me and said, let's make a book. And that was years and years and years ago, and that was when my first book came out. And since then, I've not looked back, and I've had many others published. But who'd have thought that's how I would have started in the world of writing books? So I guess the moral is, you never know what's going to happen. As long as you enjoy something and you love doing it and you have a passion for doing it, just keep doing it, and you might get a lucky break, and whatever you want to do may just happen. And if you can find a job that you love doing, like a teacher or an author or a footballer or an office worker or any job, as long as you love doing it, then that's beautiful. That's the best thing in the world. Okay, we got to go. Good luck to you, everybody. I hope to see you at the Roaming Schoolhouse soon. Take care. Nice to talk to you. Watch out for one-legged dogs. Bye, 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 bye.